If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
I'm finally going to dip my fingers into the world of sous vide. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic as far as getting this thing started and finding out that I could have been using it without the internet all this time because that app looks just about useless. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try to cook some of this meat that I really haven't known what to do with until hopefully now. So as long as it's got 5 liters or more in it and the steak fits in, we're in good shape. So we got that. Got our bags here for cooking this stuff in. I'm going to try this out on a couple of pieces I got from Carnivore Prime that I have been waiting to cook because I really didn't know exactly what to do with them. And I've looked them up online now, the flat meat here and then the beef hanger steak. They're both cuts that could use something that helps them be tender. So I thought that would be a great thing to start with for our sous vide plan. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a try right now. All right, well, let's salt this turkey up. Let's follow it. This is the way the instructions said to do it now that I've gone back and read them. Sometimes it helps to follow instructions. Most of the time. I don't know why I guess I'm just as stubborn as most men. Put the seal as close as I can to being sealed without sealing it. I'm going to follow the instructions here now. I'm going to press this down until all the air I can get out of it manually is gone. And I'm going to seal it. Now I'm going to try doing what they said. Put this thing inside the white area. All right, well, look at that. That worked out pretty good. I will just clip these to the side. Stick this in the water. We got it set for 135. Let's try hitting the play button. All right, now it turned green because it knows it's in the water. So before, when I tried to do this, this light was stayed red, and now it turned green, the one right here, so that you can see that it's now heating the water. And I've got the meat all the way underwater. It's right at the very edge. Hopefully that'll be enough. I reckon it will be. It's below the max line on the sous vide here, and it's above the minimum line, so I could add a little more water if I wanted to. But we'll see how this round goes on our first attempt at trying sous vide. Really, they should be done within about an hour of this reaching 135 degrees. It's about 130 degrees right now, so it's warm enough to feel hot. I guess it would cook my hand if I left it in there, huh? But I'm just trying to make sure that the plastic isn't going to be a problem touching the metal down here. I don't assume that's going to be a problem, but we'll hope for the best. Now, as far as searing these go, I'm going to do my best to see if I can get a sear on this meat, because from what I understand coming out sous vide, it's going to be very raw looking and it might not be as appealing, and apparently sear is a big part of the flavor. Maybe I'll try a little bit of it with just straight out of the bag and then have some when it's seared. See how it goes. Okay, it's getting up to the temperature. I want to see if it'll start counting down once it gets to 135. So it reached the temperature. Oh yeah, there it went down a minute. So yes, it is counting down. So we'll see how this comes out. Try to see if I can get a sear going by using the saute feature on my foodie. I'm not usually into it's not a big thing for me to put a sear on a piece of meat after I take it out of an air fryer, because a lot of times it's got a little bit of a sear on it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, it kind of depends. But I think this will definitely be worth the extra effort based on from what I hear the way the meat comes out of the bag on sous vide. So we'll see how that goes and we'll be back to finish this up. Okay, according to this timer, we've gone 45 minutes so far. So technically, these should be ready already. They do feel pretty warm, but I'm gonna leave them in for another 15 minutes and go ahead and let them cook a little longer just so I can make sure I did this right the first time. Then I'm gonna take some of this grass-fed ghee and I'm gonna use it to line the inside of this Ninja, and then I'm gonna try to put a sear on these using the saute feature on the Ninja Foodie. All right, these are just about done. Well, at least they're just about done with 1 hour, and there they are. They're done with 1 hour. So now our ghee is nice and melted. We'll just move it around the pot here a little bit. It looks like it's cooked, but not the most appealing. Let's put a little sizzle on there. Let's how you taste that. Definitely ooey gooey that way. All right, let's check this one out. All right, let's flip these over. These are small pieces of meat, so they shouldn't need too much time to sear enough. So as soon as you stop it from cooking by hitting the play button, the pause button, the whatever button, then you're good. I'll cut a little piece off of this. Ooh. That piece of meat, that flat steak was really delicious. The other one was not quite as good. I hate trying these when I'm doing OMAD. My first time trying sous vide on a couple of pieces of meat I've never tried before. I'm looking forward to trying it on a ribeye. Maybe seeing what my favorite temperature is. 135 looks like it's pretty good right now. We'll see how that continues on. So that's how to fumble your way through trying sous vide for the first time. Well, it's going to be fun playing with this in the near future. It does take a little bit more time than the air fryer right now, because it takes 45 minutes roughly minimum to cook what I was trying to cook. I don't know. I'm going to have to learn about how to cook with different amounts of meat, and the need to sear it is, I find the air fryer steaks come out delicious just the way they are. That needed to be seared, no doubt. So I enjoyed it, the flavor of that. So there we are, sous vide.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Am I supposed to peel that off of there? That don't make sense, does it? I don't understand this air valve. Doesn't have any way to get through, unless... All right, it does peel off, and there's a hole underneath it, and nothing's happening still. Okay, so I'm gonna put the seal back on it. I reckon it'll stay there. We'll put this in here. Nope, seal fell off. So I don't know what good that does. I'm really confused so far about how all this works. Supposed to be a vacuum, right? Now it's not a vacuum. How does this work? Don't say nothing about how to get this. Well, according to this, you shouldn't need to take off the blue thingamadoodle. Okay, look at that. When I set it down, though, it starts working. Whoa! Almost went too far. Get blood in my sucker. No water. Yeah, I know. I know there's no water. What do you want to do? Trying to figure out how to turn this thing off.